Hey everyone, sorry about the little delay. I was waiting for my tea to brew and I'll start the time. So, welcome to the first of many live streams. I'm Nicole, the Blind Mage, and welcome. So, I figured I'd just do a little introduction video and or intro and say hi and let you guys know about what my fans are for this channel and what you can expect while watching us. Sorry about that. Okay. What usually happens when you're in your house with other family members, it's like, oh, I thought you want something. Never mind. Sorry. Lauren finally joined me. She will be reading comments since it's just easier. Hey, Burton. I always know you're going to show up. Oh, yeah, tell me it because I didn't want you guys to hear background noises. And be like, what's that sound on someone watching TV if you're doing a stream? All that. And then be like, yep, I got tipped off because I was playing something that wasn't free content. I don't want that for my first video. And then there's Lauren. So get started, I will explain the channel. So my channel is known as the Blind Mage. The blind part is obvious. I was born with a vision disability called BBS for short, which stands for Bardet-Biedl syndrome. And what that is a genetic mutation that is a not dominant. What's the other word? What's the word? What's the word? Not dominant, but the other one.
Recessive tremor joint and the Hemingway joint.
Hey, Crimson. Hey, Wilson. But yeah, so reset is a gene that has to be in both the mother and father. And every time they have a child, it's a 25% entry for each child to get it. So since I'm young as a 4, I have stirred. Did they say anything or?
No, Will wasn't being silly. Evil actor squeezes Lauren's face. And Danny joined.
Hey, Danny. Yeah, Lauren read comments says I haven't figured out the best way to read comments without me having a really close up on my face. And I'm sure you guys want to see that.
Well, I'm too close.
So what it does is that slowly it deteriorates the retina in the eyes. And it really didn't have a big effect on me until 2 years ago when I had cataracts form. And I could no longer read font without needing a assistive device to enlarge it. Which sucks because I am a giant bookworm. And I definitely prefer holding an actual book in my hands to a electronic book.
Under statement of the year.
Hmm?
Bookworm, under statement.
Oh. Yeah, you'll hear the little comic bird background. That's fine. But because of that, I took on a font, and the other thing that sucks is that when you get cataract, it makes your eyes more susceptible to light. And I also have Oceana, which is blue-green eyes. And people that are born with blue eyes are very sensitive to sunlight. So it was like the giant FU. It also affects other parts of the body. I can do more in detail, or I should I should also link the video Lauren done on her channel by site where she actually goes into more detail about her disability.
I'm putting in the comments in the chat. Actually,
I have to are you a wrench or no?
What kind of question is that? Yes.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I didn't know. Okay, I am new to this.
I'm yanking your cord.
I'm trying. Like I said, this is my first video, so there's gonna be hiccups.
Little bird commenting in the background. I am not a bird.
That's right, you're a duck.
Damn it! Sorry, I didn't want to swear. I'm sorry. I'm not a duck.
Yes, you are. It's a duck. But yeah, so the other part of my gaming channel is Mage. And I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, before my vision went down drain, that I was dabbling in different branches of magic. Mostly I was looking into Wicca and Paganism. And I was learning about the Sahaps, or the celebration of the harvest. The difference between a solitary and a coven witch, and different practices. And while doing this, I read more about shamanism, druids, and then I learned that you could be a witch, but be a different branch of a witch. So you should be an elemental, a lunar, a green, a hedge witch. Yeah, so like, there are a lot of branches, and I can find, sorry about that, I can find a lot of different things that I like and a lot of different I don't like. So instead of just following one branch, I decided just to mix them all. And I feel like that's what Mage is. It's the person that embraces all types of magic instead of just one. Aw, Lauren's not with Danny. How cute.
I'll put the link to the video in the chat too. That
Yeah.
you mentioned.
So I'm sure you guys are wondering, why am I doing a live stream when usually I either just post videos, or I'm with Lauren, who, let's face it, even if I do a live stream myself, she'll still be there helping me. We're a team. Or with Sam, which we are still doing our range thing with friends at 3 p.m. Eastern on Lauren's website channel. And this past year, I was introduced to YouTube, and I started doing videos. And yeah. And I slowly started to build confidence, and then like most people on YouTube, you watch different videos. And one video I came across was a cosplayer named Lucky. And he was showing off his Lucky costume. He had done the one from Dark World. And he was showing all the different layers and how he created it. And then usually after you're watching the video, I'll give you recommendations. And the one I came up with my recommendations was called Lucky's Morning Miss Show. Like, whoa, now Lucky. Let's see what this is. So I started following that. And then from there, I found two lovely ladies, Samantha Joe and Purple Valkyrie, and your channel is Rising Shine with Valkyries. And speaking of the Valkyries, Samantha Joe today has a birthday, and she turned 50.
Woo! Happy birthday!
So, because of that, I have a song. And Lauren's welcome to join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Samantha. Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Yep, oh, dude, that'd be nice. Oh, if you guys don't know what the Valkyries are or what it is, I will tell you because I'm also a giant following nerd. So they both associated from Norse mythology, and Loki is the god of lies, mischief, and chaos. So he's known for causing pranks. This is why I love it, because I love playing pranks on people.
Me.
Well, I like jump scares. They're the best. And the Valkyries are, so in Norse mythology, it's a warrior class. And they believe that you should always be fighting. And if you die either by a coward's death, which is suicide, or if you pass without holding a weapon, you will go to Niflheim, which is the realm of ice and darkness, ruled by Helena. Well, her actual name is Hel, but I don't want to be like, she's cursed on the stream. And she is the goddess of death and one of 4 of Loki's children. Her siblings are Fenrir, the dire wolf, the Midgardin serpent, and Strata. I always have trouble saying the horse, but it's a horse with 8 legs that is ridden by Odin, who is also known as Allfather. And if that's not the case, and you die sorry. Grab my tea. If you die a hero's death, you get to go to Valhalla. And you get to go there by Valkyries coming to the battleground. You are a woman in armor that ride Pegasus, and you're carried to the halls of Valhalla, which is full of merriment and booze and partying until Ragnarok or end the world.
I want to go there.
One second. I mean, my toaster.
What's on your cup now?
One second, babe. Oh, Lauren wants me to share the cup. I've had blind problems. There we go. I need to focus, right?
It was when you were taking a sip, that's why I had to show it off.
So it's a Harry Potter tea-top. It says, I'm sorry swearing with no good, which is fitting. Let's face it, I'm not up to no good.
I'm usually the victim.
And the tea I'm drinking is a Irish breakfast black tea because I'm out of all other teas. Yeah, I drink a lot of them.
Coffee.
No. All right, I was talking about the hall. You distract me. And Reinhard is in the world, which in mythology is assumed that Loki will be the start of it. So yeah, so there's a little bit of mythology lesson for you guys. I think that's right now is that in their culture they have fates, but they're called the norms. But it's still free ladies, and what I think is cool is that their idea of the fates is the ladies are playing chess with past, and present. And when one finally wins is when future will pause in the world, restart it. I thought that was really neat because I love chess. As we have a accessible chess set, which is a wooden chess set, and the board itself has grooves and holes so I can feel where the pieces go, as well as indentation of the squares so I can keep track of my pieces. And then the color scheme, instead of being black and white, is gray and yellow. So it's a better contrast for me. That's the board. And all the tops have different textures. So I know what piece is which. So I know the difference between the knight and the rook and etc. It's really neat. It sucks when you have to play chess and you don't know your pieces are. And the person wants to play tournament roles. And because in high school I was on the chess team, I know what they are, which sucks. So tournament rules is that you have to move your piece within 3 minutes if you're playing with time or not. And once you touch a piece, you have to move it. So if someone like me, you're visually impaired, and you have to touch all the pieces, that doesn't work.
Nope, you've now forfeited. You touched all the pieces.
Pretty much. I got in trouble for that a couple times during tournaments. But the sad thing was that, so I was on the team for 4 years, and it wasn't until my junior year that my team actually found out I was visually impaired.
It's a really, really, really good way of keeping a secret.
Yeah. So what happened was that we had played Carver High School, and when you do the tournament, you're supposed to at least have 5 members for a team, and they only had 3. And when you don't have enough members, you're supposed to forfeit that match and do it to the opposing team that has members. Instead, they decided to cheat. So not only did they bring someone out of the hallway, but the chess set they gave us to play with wasn't tournament style. So a tournament style chess set is a chess set that is 2 inches, 2 by 2 for the board, and all the pieces must be the same size of the 2 inch in order to fit into the squares. And what they gave me and the guy was a chess set mix of 4 different sets. And he won because I couldn't figure out what pieces were which or could see any of it. And that's when it finally came light about my disability. So until then, they did not know. Alright, I'm sure I like bounced around a little bit. I was moving my legs. Is there any comments in the chat, Laura?
Birkin said more guidelines and rules apparently of your story. Like, there. Remember, they should have said we forfeit. You guys win instead of like, no, we want to win. Because Carver had magnet school, right? So I think
Yeah,
I got in the way. It looked like, no, we're still gonna win.
It's a match for arts, but no. How it is that each match is separated. So you can have 5 wins, or you have like say, it's some enjoy rules. It's how many of the 5 matches you win, your team wins.
Right, you were just saying if they only had 3 players, they should have just forfeited.
Well, no, those three players would still play their matches, but we automatically get 2 wins for the 2 players didn't have.
Oh.
But we'd still have to play those 3 matches to see if we got a stalemate or a win or loss. But you're right, it's like, well, they have a girl, so we have to win because girls can play chess. I mean, I don't agree with that. I think it's a stupid idea, but I mean, that's how it was.
And then you're teasing me in the chat that 1 cup is not enough coffee.
Ew, stop talking about coffee. It's just tea. Tea channel. No coffee is allowed.
Hey! I'll leave.
Okay.
They're my response to the world.
No, I kind of need it because I still have to figure out how I want to do comments in the future.
Okay.
I said this for today. Trisha's doing runaway. Oh yeah, it's like Trisha's like, I want another tea top. Let's try to run.
More tea?
Danny, why do you have to put coffee cups? Unless under tea tops.
By the way, the stream isn't sponsored by Sip By, but if they want to sponsor Nikki.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that. So, Sits By is a
Subscription.
Yeah, me too. Sorry. Sometimes my words, like, you think I'm better with some a lot of books, right?
I think you just get excited, just like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, that too. But, like, my mind would just totally blank. You know, I know the words.
Yeah, it's a subscription tea service.
Thank you. And you know the box once a month, but I wish there was more in the box because it does not last the entire month for tea.
I'm sad.
And so in the box, I'll give you 4 different types of teas for you to try. And the idea is, if you like the teas, you'll buy more. I, on the other hand, just enjoy the tea and be like, I can wait till next time. I have all this other tea in my bag.
But you saw when I picked out one flavoring out of the regular subscription, it was a bigger bag.
Yeah.
We can do that if you like a favorite, like the Queen Hand one.
That's true. So, let's see. I talked about Melon mythology, which, for me, the ones I know the most about is Egyptian, Greek, Roman, North, and then I know a little bit about Celtic. I always get Aztec and Mayan mixed up. They're kind of similar. Hindu, Native American, which is tricky because every tribe for Native American has the same concepts, but different stories. So, for example, their trickster god is called Coyote, but every version of their Coyote could either look, appear, or have different morals, depending on which tribe you're asking. And I also know a little bit of, I'm not sure what you'd have to call it, but Afrin lore from stories growing up.
No, Aztec is like Mayan culture, so African.
I don't know. I tried. I know there's other one. I know that there's. Oh, I know there's another one. I also know a little bit of Japanese mythology, but I feel like I know more about their culture. But I know enough in order to like know the stories and ideas behind it. For example, I know that a lot of their mythology is more of an idea of urban legends and ways to teach people lessons. For example, one is known as the idea that if you come to a crossroads 3 times in a row, after this third crossroad, you will be passing on to the spirit world. Because every time you come to a crossroad, you're getting closer to death. Yeah, I mean, there's other ones, but I do it for the most famous one because it's fun. I mean, it's kind of what I'm known for. I do like dark and gruesome tales, which is usually reflected in my poetry. So, schooling did not work out well for me. So I decided to embrace what I do about schooling and try to make a living off that, or at least try to become successful with it. I do actually have a degree in writing. I have an associate in arts for trade writing. I got that after going to college for God.
A long time.
8 or 9 years. The reason for that is that every time I came close to finishing the degree, the head of the department would switch it because they didn't want to teach me the last part. So I had to keep restarting my major. That's why it took me such a long time to get one degree.
I know. Everyone goes to college for 7 years.
Yeah, they're called doctors. Yeah, originally I went to college because I wanted to do either criminal law or forensics. And I was told by the head of the department that because of my vision, I had no future in that career. And I like to tell a student that's hopeful for the degree and to start there. But then my area side came out because this was stupid, but at the same time, glad I did it. Is that I looked for the catalog of courses, and I looked for the hardest course that was offered at the community college. And it was Geospatial Information Systems, which is a fancy word for saying to make maps. And it was stupid because the technology wasn't accessible, and no one was expecting me to actually pursue it. In fact, they actually had a cop out if I decided to change my mind and not complete it. But I persevered, and my class was one of the few that helped create a virtual map of the campus. But unfortunately, I didn't finish that degree because of the last class you need for that is databasing, and the professor for that course didn't want to teach me. Theater. And then my major switched to theater for fun. And then I finally went back to writing this that degree, so I then yeah, I'm done with school. I'm gonna move on. Wow, that's a big comment.
Yeah, I'm gonna read it to you. Oh, Broken Root, I'm working on some comic book review videos. Ooh!
Yay!
Once I get the scan completed. Is there image size on the video that would work well for you, or is it something you need to adjust? I didn't really question who would the image take up the whole screen, and with us trying to get digital comic, it's usually the font size that trips us up.
Yeah, so usually what it is that usually the fonts or the pictures. So when I was trying to create blogs or try to work on my writing, I had joined what would it be a online magazine? Yeah.
Oh, a web magazine.
And they were doing reviews of comics and manga. And the way they did it was that they would get the PDF, and I could pull it up on my laptop or my iPad and use the meditation software on that to enlarge it. Unfortunately, that didn't pan out very well, but sometimes people are just a-holes. Yeah, the person writing it was a backstabbing person. I'm gonna put that nicely. There's other words, but I'm not gonna use them on screen.
You refuse to work with those that are disabilities, even if she keeps claiming she was disabled.
Yeah. And I'm not mentioning her name because I still associate with her for LARP. Well, for the time being.
That's a etiquette thing to do.
Yeah.
To blast them.
Well, I don't blast people. I don't even do that on my actual channel because I don't feel like they should be given any attention. So they will remain mystery.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's unfortunate. And I hate it when
people act like that. Yeah. Oh, what? That's weird. That's good now. And when I pull it up on click on the highlight, it's a little bigger on the actual screen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I met a couple people like that. I met her. Unfortunately, me and Lauren met some person on Facebook that lived in Canada, and we actually took a 30-hour bus ride, 15 hours to and from, to go see her. And we kind of, unfortunately, we are no longer friends due to personality disagreements. That's a nice way to put it. And unfortunately, because of her, it's kind of good and a bad thing. So through our Canadian friend, we decided to help her out with a web magazine and a blog content. And through that is how I kind of learned the mistakes of what to and what not to write when doing blogs. And she also helped me create my first poetry collection book called Sherwood Asylum. And she created the artwork for it. She did all the stats that's on Kindle and everything.
Edited it, formatted it.
I mean, I wasn't happy because I had to pay $200 for everything. And then I also had to pay an extra $200 for a website creation. And then what happened was that when we were no longer friends, she turned around and said I stole everything. So everything I created had been taken down due for that reason.
Well, her name was still attached to it. So it's like, my name's attached, but I'm not being promoted. I'm not being credited. You
Right.
stole it.
But I bought it.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I was happy about is that the only thing that was not taken down was my DMARC page because she had history of attacking other people on that site, so they didn't believe her. But that was the only one that was not destroyed. And I admit I was very depressed after that. I didn't want to write. I didn't want to do anything. I wanted to throw in the towel. And then I had my lucky Irish twin, Lauren, who said, you should probably give it one more try, create your own blog posts, and see what happens. And that would lead to the creation of Enchanting Tales, which is where, until recently, we were posting blogs about magic, mythology, creatures. The reason why we haven't done anything more recently is because WordPress had an update and it's no longer accessible. But before the new year, we had bought a domain and we are now in the process of creating our own website. So, yay! But yeah, so I hope to use this channel to dive more deeper into topics I'm into, like mythology, magic, anime, manga, since I'm a huge anime fan. It was funny is that a few weeks ago, me and Sam Wicker were going back and forth on Instagram doing Lauren anime suggestions to watch.
Encyclopedia suggestions?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Man, I thought you liked a lot of anime.
I do.
No. Sam beat you.
Oh, yeah, but then again, she watches sub. I can only watch dub. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like sub because it's more authentic. Stop cutting me off. I'm not even a minute. Authentic and things aren't age appropriate, which means it's dumbed down for children. But the thing that sucks is that because I have to enlarge the font, I have to pause it every few seconds to read the screen. And sometimes the contrast of the font with the background colors blend in, and I'm like, it's not worth that. Like, yeah, thank you. I also think of maybe talking about different authors and poets. For example, a lot of my poetry is reflected by my favorite poet, Edgar Allan Poe. What's the reason? No more. And May also talked about different writing projects I'm working on. For example, to be more organized, I have a Word document with our ideas for novels and poetry. So for novels, there's at least 30, and all but 4 are series ideas or trilogies. And then for poetry, I at least have 5 books outlined. Yeah, so definitely should I'm a writer.
Not daunting at all.
Excuse me. Also, maybe having different people on here to interview or just chat and get your opinions on different matters. For example, like I mentioned earlier with Stone Cold Loki and Valhalla, that we actually have a Discord family called the Halls of Valhalla. And I am so grateful to come across them because it is a very humble and welcoming community, and everyone there is just so welcoming and supportive. And I feel like that's kind of hard to find sometimes. It's just to join a group and they do not give a crap who you are, what your limitations are, or what you believe in, as long as you're respectful. And I feel like more people need to be like that.
Oh, broken. He has to force himself to be more focused, or else would be writing like 6 books.
I knew that feeling.
I'm not even gonna comment on that.
No, I agree, broken. So I said I have the scroll and stats are joke for the Word document, but you know, I have those ideas. I still really haven't worked on anything. Well, so the last giant project I worked on was for our first novel that was released, which was Hunted and Most Kiss. Because what happened was that it was written, it had been looked at by an editor, looked at by an editor, yes.
Formatter. Joe.
Yeah, I was sitting there.
Oh.
And we're like, yay, it's all ready to be put on Kindle and all other places to be bought. But at the same time, both myself and Lauren had a giant tech problem. Both our laptops had crashed without us knowing that the crash had edited the book and had left giant loopholes and mistakes in the novel. But not knowing it, we had published a book, and yeah, a lot of copies had gone out before I decided to look at it for the audiobook and caught mistakes. No, I had to reformat and reread it and then fix all the mistakes. And then, once that was done, I went through it a second time, or third, or no, wait. I think at this point I'd read the book 10 times. I had taken the novel and had broken it down into numerous scripts for people to read for the audiobook. Because instead of paying a large amount of money for one person, I reached out to people in my LARP for Dragon Thrones and other nice, wonderful people and asked if they would like to read the book for me. And to be honest, I was expecting people would either say no or ask for payment. And instead, everyone was like, okay, we'll do it. No strings attached. And I felt bad mentally. I'm like, this is weird. Because I was not expecting that. I really thought that they would want something in exchange. I mean, sure, that sounds awful that I expect that of people, but it's just from experience growing up. Like, nothing in life is free.
Birkin was agreeing with you saying that Loki is great, that he helped him in the past.
Oh, yes, Loki is awesome. So, to be honest, I was really nervous about today. And the reason for that is I do not have a lot of confidence in myself. And I believe that's due to since the fourth grade until college, I was bullied. Because school sucks and children are horrible. They saw someone that struggled with stats and reading other stuff. And I also had to do speech therapy, which is horrible. And yeah, so they use that to bully me. A lot of times, a lot of girls would wait until class was over and they would chase me down. So because of that, I actually don't do well in large crowds. I actually mentioned that in the tag video that Sam tagged me in for that reason. So because of that, whenever I do videos, I get really nervous because I'm wondering if it's good enough. I'm wondering if my speech is bad, if people don't understand me. And yeah, you're your worst critic, in my opinion.
No, because I started to hear you. That was your fan kicking in.
Yeah, from my laptop.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I sent an email to Loki because he said if he wanted to do videos or he wanted to chat, just shoot him an email. And I did. And instead of sending me out a simple email or a message on Discord, he called me, demo call was free, and we just started chatting. And I felt that really sweet because he didn't have to do that. Like, he didn't have to reach out, he didn't have to, like, calm my nerves or help me outline what I was going to do for the day or give me suggestions, and he did. And I thought that was really sweet of him.
What was he trying to drill into your head?
To have fun. That's about my site. What to say?
Oh, I was saying that when you finish this fantasy novel, I want to read it. I know you're working on a sci-fi too, but I'm not a huge sci-fi reader. That's Nikki. He says that I'm on the list, but because the sci-fi one is ahead of it on the list of priority, see if I can't send you something to alpha read in the near future. Ooh!
I like sci-fi. I'm more a fan of fantasy sci-fi or apocalyptic. Yes. Science fiction. If I was to put that word. I like any genre except for two. Romance, because I feel like romance novels are so fake and cheesy and just no.
Just no.
And mysteries. And the reason why I'm not a fan of mysteries is because no matter the length or concept of the novel, I will stutter the mystery and solution before I'm done chapter 2. And I'm just bored the rest of the novel. And no, I will not cut the cozy mystery because it's like a bird between mystery and romance and like, God's no. Not happening.
That's two things you don't like about it. Right? Oh.
Yeah, I will not read them.
I don't know. I think dystopian fantasy plays a little bit on sci-fi with the idea of like how they rely more on technology. But that's as far as you're gonna get me into science fiction when you mix it with fantasy. Otherwise, I won't touch it.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, sorry, my voice is dropped. I agree, Birkin. I like science fantasy because you have the paranormal and you have all these awesome toys. I think that's why I actually don't mind spy novels, is because of all the gadgets, and I'm like, oh, Freddy, like, what do you actually use for? I mean, I didn't read the novels that were written for James Bond, but I read another series called Alex Rider, which is pretty much James Bond, but it's more teenage centered than adult. Yeah, so send in professionals, we're gonna send in a teenager. Yeah, that's end well.
A moody teenager going through puberty. Great choice.
I mean, at least they're smart and they're a lethal weapon. Or what they consider to be lethal, like a gun. Yeah, we'll do a Bane, weapon, like smoke guns and all that, and yeah, we're done. That counts.
Less. Dang. Wow.
Oh.
Um. Oh, what was the movie that we liked? That was kind of like James Bond. English, no.
Oh. Gentlemen?
I don't think that's. Oh, that's gonna bug the crap out of me.
Had gentleman a name.
Not the English gentleman, is it?
No, but I do remember had gentleman a name. I know the scene that everyone really loves from the movie is when they're in the bar or the pub and he locks the door and he's like, I'm gonna teach you the rules of being a real gentleman. And he uses the umbrella in like all different ways. I remember the scene. I just can't think of the name. And Lauren complained out because she's like, that's above me.
No, I wouldn't even know how to look it up. I can't think of who's even in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it, but yeah, so I said I have a Word doc and it has a lot of different ideas. And some of them I should finish because I have script 0 halfway done. And I just kind of like either abandoned or lost interest. Then I have all the new ideas. I think the one I really want to work on is called Fate's Revenge. So the concept for that is a series of Greek deities who are being taught lessons by the fates by being turned mortal. But the catch is that when they're turned to mortal, they're not like a normal human because they're doing some sort of disability. So, for example, the first novel is about, excuse me, is about Artemis and her being blind, but still being a judge of the hunt and protector of nature and all that.
Holy shit, I was right. It's English gentleman.
Yeah, see, I give gentleman with a name.
Carry on.
It's perfect right.
I just threw words at the wall and I hit it. Yay.
Well, like I said, I remember the scene with the umbrella because it made me the penguin from Batman. I have to admit though, I didn't like the character penguin from Batman. I did love his umbrella. It's a helicopter and a gun. That umbrella can do everything. I do a quote from Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because I feel like that's the best way to describe it.
I mean, it's like Batman's utility belt. It does everything.
Exactly. But yeah, so that's one idea. And then we're also working on Haunted Book 2 because I feel like if you do a trilogy, you should just bang it all out and then get done. We are planning on doing at least 3, but there might be more.
Broken. Where did you get the wonderful toys?
That was a person knows what we were referring to.
Or just Batman in general?
Oh.
All that money.
Well, Batman or the movie you're referring to, yeah. But It's not as bad as one idea I have written out. Oh god. I think it's at least 12 to 15 novels. So, the very, very first book I tried to write for myself was before I knew about the rules when it came to novel writing, which is not the part about it being a straight out structure or outline, because I knew that. It was the number of characters you're allowed to have. I didn't know about that rule. So the first novel I tried to write was called Mon Angel. And it was about a girl who was half angel and half demon. But instead of being, actual angel and demon, it was more like people that either had magical ability and could fly, or they had different gifts. Like example, one person was a Nada, which is half human, half snake. Another person was a Dumpio, and etc. And I was a show that she was going to be the person that brought the war between the two races or two sides to an end. And there are a lot of characters. I wasn't even done halfway writing it. It was already 10,000 pages.
No, Birkin says his quote is from Batman 1989.
Oh, that's a good one. I don't know. I didn't think of that.
Here's my 1,000,000-page manuscript. Have fun reading it.
And I didn't realize it was bad until we had gone to a writing retreat or program for this college, and they had a published novel as speaker. And I asked them, "What do you do if you're only halfway through a novel and it's 10,000 pages?" And he literally sat down. He was standing up. That's how shocked he was. Hey, that's not a novel.
Series.
Oh, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can just put a pen in it and now everything's already done.
And like a decade later, he came back to it.
Yeah. So I finally came back to it and I decided to turn them into novellas for at least two of the characters for each book. And at the end of each novel, I would introduce a new character. And I liked how MCU does it for Avengers. I mean, that's an easier way to introduce characters instead of just trying to do it at once.
You have a catalog character you want to introduce.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I have an outline. I just haven't written it yet.
How long are you going to?
11:30.
11:27. Dang.
And then my hope for this year is that we can go back to doing actual live gatherings because I really miss my lore. I want to go back and start doing drawing forums. Last year we tried doing a meetup on Discord. Oof, that was bad. That was really bad. To the point where we're never doing it again. Even if I did do another meetup, I probably wouldn't join because Discord sucks. The only part of Discord that's actually accessible is the text boxes, and that's it. I'm interested in I can actually stone draft of Valhalla, but other than that, I can't really do anything.
No. Birkin and your team was asking if we follow Brandon Sanderson, the author, on YouTube. That was the one where saying like he where Sandy was saying that he had the testimonial or the tutorial on YouTube about like writing fight scenes and writing YA novels.
No, I know he is, but no, I don't follow him. I should. Oh, excuse me.
And that's why everyone is blowing him up, saying like you should read his stuff. And I read the Mistborn series, and that's all I read from him. That's really good.
No. Yeah, that's something else I might do on here is pull out different books and do my reviews or my insights on them. Like I said, I have a lot of books, both physical and then my Kindle account, which I refer to as my virtual library.
Oh, I didn't know we did live streams. We have full masterclass and just live stream where we sign books and answer questions.
Well, thank you, Broken. I'll look into that. But yeah, like I said, I miss Dragon performances. I feel like LARPing or acting in theater is a nice way to act and become a different person for a while. And you don't have to be yourself for a bit. And despite it being expensive as crap, I love Dragon Thrones because they are really accommodating and really helpful. So how it is that half of it is tabletop gaming. So you have your paper, you have dice, and what you get is what happens to your character. And the other half is like a regular LARP where you act it out in person. And the first time I LARPed, I was nervous because I'd done 3 other LARPs before that one, and they all ended terrible. Because people do not know how to associate with someone that's blind. But no, they're really good. So they would have people at the table reading the dice for me, reading my sheet, offering advice on what moves to use. If there's stuff on the map, they would read out loud or describe it. When they did boffer fighting, which is when you have weapons made out of tape and seed packets for spells, I wasn't excluded. I was doing spell packets, and a person stood on my side, and they'd say, "Oh, there's a monster 10 feet ahead. Oh, you're almost there. Just throw a little more to the left or a little more to the right." And I thought that was really sweet because that wasn't what I was expecting. And I would recommend trying them out, but yeah, I would probably save up a little bit before you try them. Unless you have a lot of money. I mean, it's nice that they have payment programs for those of us that can't afford to do all at once. But I definitely recommend them. And I know they also do Dragon Con, and I know that a lot of people from Valhalla wants to do me up for that. But I'm kind of on the fence for Dragon Con because they don't have accommodations, and I'm not really hype about going somewhere I don't know a lot about for that reason. That's like not to be helpful. Oh no, I mean if enough people go, I might reconsider it. I don't know yet.
You could get them to do Anime Boston.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I really want to do is Anime Boston because they will post their recordings online on YouTube. And I love that they do human chess match. So pretty much a giant stage straight into chessboard and different characters or pieces. And I'm like, yay. I really want to try that out. Because I love chess, I love puzzles and riddles.
That's nice that, Brandon Sanderson's like a big time author. Burke was saying that he learned a lot from him and that he's always great when he answers questions and doesn't discourage anyone from asking.
That's nice.
And I just checked out the channel and he had a live stream 4 days ago. I'll subscribe because I didn't hit the stupid bell.
Would you mind sending it to me since you're phone?
Sure. I didn't know you live.
Well, like I said, YouTube is a brat sometimes.
That's an understatement.
Huh. That went really fast. It just raised my heart up. Oh. Oh yeah, so my plan is to hopefully do this every Tuesday at 10 a.m. And I know I didn't really do an introduction in the beginning because I was running a little behind, so I'll do it now. So as I mentioned, I'm Nicole, aka the Blind Mage, on YouTube, where on my channel I usually post videos about magic, or I'll read self-written poetry and sing a song that's associated with it. Or I'll do tags, or I'll do collabs with my sister Lauren, who is also known as my site. I also created a second channel at the end of last year called The Blind Kitchen. I had an incident with another YouTuber who had misled me in believing they wanted to help out the blind community, and instead of getting discouraged, I decided to create my own channel because I do want to help our community, unlike other people. And on there, I create recipes, both savory and sweet, and also do reviews of different products as well. And then later today at 3 p.m. Eastern, we are doing Writing with Friends, which is held between me, Lauren, and Sam Wicker. And today it'll be on Lauren's channel. Every Tuesday we switch. And then on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern, me and Lauren do our podcast for Enchanted Tales. And I appreciate those that came in to see this first video. And for those that are catching the replay, I hope you enjoy. And until next time, I will see you then. Bye, guys. Maybe blessed be.